children told me was because I'm working so much during the week that they don't want to be here during the week because I'm not even here. And I was like, you do realize that I'm busting my butt so I can provide for you guys to have a home to come home to. I'm doing this for you. And why am I getting punished?
The more that I cover real life family court cases, the more that I begin to understand that not only is child support a damn scam in this country, but also how men are just so unfairly treated within the family court system. Be sure that you can watch the entirety of this video as a learning lesson so that you guys become more up to speed with how you can be taken advantage of. See, we were all taught that the harder that we work, the more consistent that we work, the more disciplined that we work at things, the better that life or society will treat us. But it's just not the case. But the video in question is about a child support hearing for a couple who's been separated for about 6 months. They are the parents of 2 boys, aged 16 and 17. The mother works part-time, earning $12 per hour, while the father is full-time employed, making $80,000 a year. Huge discrepancy in pay, and as we're about to see, a huge discrepancy in life effort. But pay close attention to the difference in how the father is treated in comparison to the mother. Without further ado,
raise your right hands. You both swear or affirm any testimony you give in this cause be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right. And have the two of you had a chance to work any of this out?
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Katie.
I was just going to say we were trying, but it ain't equal, and that's all I want.
Okay. I guess, ma'am, what are you requesting, and why are you requesting that?
With the separation, the boys have been able to make the choice on where they wanted to stay and stuff. And it started out as 50-50. And we were doing like every couple days, trying to figure it out. At first, we didn't know really what we was doing. And then it was every week with me and then a week off, And then right after the whole child support stuff was served to him, I don't feel that he necessarily made them choose to not come with me because of the money situation. But I feel that because of his feelings towards it, they've felt that if they come here less, he don't have to pay as much. And so now they only want to come on just the weekends.
so they split up. They were doing 50-50 custody. It was all working well. And then she hit him with child support, which is insane. You're already seeing each other 50-50. You've worked out the arrangement. You pay their expenses 50% of the time, and then he pays their expenses 50% of the time. But instead, you hit him up for child support because you know, and I know, that it's life support, which is already an indication of your character, which your kids probably already can understand from the decisions that you made within your life, which is why they like to choose to hang out with the father more than you.
And that's what I just want 50-50. You know what I mean? I want half the time with my children.
All right. And sir, what are your thoughts?
I told the boys it's up to them. They're 17, 16, Ty's almost 18. I said it's completely their choice. Wherever they want to be, if they want to be with their mom, they want to be with here, whenever they want to go, it's all up to them. I went through it as a kid. I know how it kind of sucks for them. So I just try to make it easy as possible. It had nothing to do. What I did do is when I got the child support, I sat down and told them that I was going to go for full support, but they still had, or full custody, but they still had the right to go there whenever they wanted to. That had no implement on them. It's all their decision.
So is it your plan to fight for full custody then, or just allow the children to choose where they're going to go?
Well, I thought when I talked to the district, I think it's the district attorney, the lady up at the courthouse, she said that would be the only way to make it so that I didn't have to pay the child support, even being 50-50, because they had me paying like 74%, even though the kids were here half the time. And I didn't think that was fair. So I just asked her how I could get, how would that work? And, when they turn 18, does that stop? And she said something about if they're in school. I don't know the whole law about it. That's the way I was told. So
they had you paying 74% of what?
Of everything. I have insurance on them, and then I had to pay, I think it was $400 and some a child per month. And in the paperwork that I got served, it said I was going to pay 76% of all costs and child support, and Candy had to pay 24%, I think it was.
Oh, that's just the uncovered medical expenses. That's not, that doesn't have anything to do with the base child support amount. That's just the amount of medical, if there are uncovered medical expenses like copays and deductibles and things like that aren't covered by insurance, that's just your split of that stuff.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood that because on the whole document, it said they broke it down per kid. And
Yeah.
so, and I already had medical on him, so that's why I didn't understand.
So the father was already paying 74% of everything, and he wanted to go for full custody to pay less in child support. I mean, the kids seemed to be with him most of the time anyway. So to be giving her $800 per month minimally is absurd. But this absurdity is not reflected in this Michael Page's fellow's demeanor whatsoever. I don't know if this guy is the judge, if he's a district attorney, I don't know, but he's pathetic.
Oh, does that cover everything?
Yeah, my medical's really good at this company. So, I mean, it covers everything. It's like a $10 copay for everything.
All right. How did the PA's office get involved in the first place?
Because when we separated, I had the house and I was only working part-time jobs, so I had to apply for assistance. So they did all that.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to stick it. You don't have the house. I mean, I still pay for the lawyer and all the payments and stuff.
You left the house and I had to resume all responsibilities, the bills and everything is what I meant. Everything was getting ready to be shut off. I had to have help getting that paid.
So she has the
I
house.
lost my job in, was it November? I think it was. And so I got behind on the bills. We got into our situation. And then, you know, it wasn't a good situation. So I went to stay with my mother for a little bit. I did not move out or, you know, we just needed some time apart. This is what I thought.
All right. And you're still apart?
Yeah.
I'm just
I
can't
view
remember.
it. Sorry, Toby.
What's that?
Go ahead, Ken.
I view I view it a little bit different than he does, but in the end, I'm in the house and he's staying at his mother's, and the boys stay there during the week, and they come here every weekend, which I don't quite think is. I mean, I'll take them anytime I can get them because they're my children. I want them with me. I don't even want to share half, but I know that that's what I should do for the children's sake and for his sake. He's the father. But every weekend limits me when I have to work during the week. You know, I only have the kids during the weekend, but when am I supposed to also have my adult time? Because what the children told me was because I'm working so much during the week that they don't want to be here during the week because I'm not even here. And I was like, you do realize that I'm busting my butt so I can provide for you guys to have a home to come home to. I'm doing this for you. And why am I getting punished?
The ridiculousness of this statement is going to become exceptionally true to you in the next coming seconds. So you work through the week admitting that he has the children way longer than what you do. You have the house and you complain that you don't have adult time on the weekends. Ma'am, you're a mother. You just lied a second ago and said, I wish that I can have them at all of the time, but you have them 2 days out of a 7-day week and you complain about adult time. Again, red flag. If I was in this damn Zoom meeting, I'd be like, yo, come on, Michael Payne, you're not listening to her at all? Are you not doing the mental math in your mind to disambiguate the bullshit? But this shit is wild that she said that she's been busting her butt. Pay attention.
You know, so that's when it went to every weekend. And now I'm like, okay, so I'm not being punished, but the only time that I have any little bit of time off, and I work Saturdays. So I only have, a little bit of time with them on the weekends too. When adult time do I get, or when free time do I get, So I only want fairness, and I want my children as much as I possibly could have them. And I'm okay with 50-50.
All right. So ma'am, where are you working?
I work for Magic Touch Professional Cleaning. It's a cleaning company that cleans in different areas around where I'm at here.
Oh, how much do you make there?
$12 an hour.
How many hours a week?
It went from when I first started, or when he first left, I was making about around 25 at the most every 2 weeks. And now I'm at almost 60 hours for 2 weeks because I had to take on everything my boss would give me.
She's working 60 hours every 2 weeks. That's 30 hours a week. I thought you said that you were busting your butt, ma'am. The average American adult works 38.7 hours per week. Men work an average of 40.5 hours per week, while women work an average of 36.6 hours per week. She's complaining while not meeting the average, let alone average man time works, but even the average woman. She's not even meeting that. But she has not one, but 2 children, yet still complaining that she doesn't have enough adult time. But let's see if they ask why she can't be working full time.
All right, you said you're working a lot. Is it the intent that you work, is this considered full-time then?
No, not full time. It's still part time.
Oh, could you work full-time?
Not in that position. I've got everything he's giving me extra. I've asked him for extra.
Get another
I'm
job.
traveling extra distance so I can try to, take care of myself. I've been looking for another job, but I am struggling with everything, trying to stay afloat and trying to get a vehicle. I've been borrowing a vehicle because he took the only running vehicle that we had. So I kind of had to figure all this out. It's been a process, I got to do one thing before the next. But that has been my intention. That's why I've been trying to get as many hours. I'm doing what I have to do. So.
Right.
Struggling to stay afloat, doesn't have the children most of the time, but now has child support. What do you think she's using the money on? This is not spousal support. This is child support. It's supposed to be for the children. But let's see what other excuses she has.
And sir, where do you work?
I work for Butler Communication as the director of engineering.
How much do you make there?
80,000 yearly. And what the boys told me is not that, it's just they go to school and then when they get home from school, she leaves. So what's the point of them being
Over there.
home or them alone there when they could be with me is kind of the, and I don't, if she has a day off, they're more than welcome to go there. It's not that it's a fight. To me, it's common sense. I guess they might as well be with one of us.
So ma'am, where are you going at night?
That's when I work. Most of the businesses we clean, I have to wait until after 5 for everybody to leave to clean them. But there are some, like we have apartments that we can do the stairwells, at like 3:30. So on a couple of my days, I have to leave. I can have time to pick up the boys and get them home, and then I would have to go to work. And then other days, I don't have to leave. I'll be home with them for an hour before I have to leave. And then I'll be home. Some of them I only work, just a few hours a night. And then I got a couple hours with them at night before they go to bed.
So you want half custody for more
But that
money.
is the same for, I work every Saturday. I get one Saturday off a month. I clean Chevy. I'm gone for 3 hours. So every day is going to be interrupted because this is what I have to do. This is the only option for work for me right now. I've been there for 4 years. So it was never.
How long have you guys been separated?
Since the day before Thanksgiving last year.
Oh, so we're talking like 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been trying though. It's been an off and on thing.
What were you doing as far as parenting time for the 5 months up until the child support recommendation got mailed out?
We're trying week by week. It just, for trying to pick them up and remember who picks them up every other day. And then the kids not knowing, they have to grab of course, the kids these days, they got to have their phone, their charger, their, games for their computers. And then they had to run back to the other house to grab it. And it just was, so they made a decision to do week by week. And then, one wanted to go 1 week and we were trying to keep them together because, they're close in age. So they feed off each other.
I do believe they feed off each other, but Ty being the oldest, he's been, in my opinion, he's been making all this decisions, and then Cole just kind of goes along with it because you don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to do anything to cause any problems. So he's just doing whatever Ty says to do. And no offense, Toby, but Ty and Toby are pretty close. So I don't know what is said when I'm not there. I don't know what impression is being put, upon me. But I don't know if that plays into any of that. But I know that Ty feels a lot of Toby's weight because they are connected in that way. So he feels for him more than what I think he would feel for me. So I don't know. I don't know if that's why it's changed so much. We started out doing this. Nope, I don't want to do that. Nope, I don't want to do that. Nope, I don't. So I'm like, I don't know what's even going to happen until it's already done. And I'm being told, we're not going to come only but on the weekends. And I was like, well, Ty, that's not fair. And he's like, well, I'm not changing my mind. And that's it. And I'm like, what do I just cry? That's all I can do,
So that was a mishmash of words. And what she's trying to do there is she's trying to direct Michael Page to the idea that the father is poisoning the well for the children, saying things, insinuating things, doing things as to paint her in a bad light. And